Yo everyone, what is going on? I hope you enjoyed that little montage of my morning. It was probably pretty shit because I am shit at video editing, but I do try. But yeah, first things first, I want to fill you in on, this is a bit off. Okay, that's better. So first things first, I want to fill you in on a couple of updates. So this is week 6 of my 8-week cut, and this week I have dropped my calories again. So in week 1, I started off on 2,500 calories. In week 4, I dropped that to 2,400 calories, and now I am on 2,300 calories. So yeah, just little minor changes to keep fat loss going, because I am finding every few weeks it is kind of plateauing or moving really slow. But that is just kind of normal, because as you progress deeper and deeper into a cut and you lose fat, your maintenance drops. So that basically means the calories that you burn on a daily basis will naturally drop a little bit. And that is because, let's just say for example that at 78 kg and at 75 kg you are doing the exact same amount of activity. Well, you're going to be burning more calories at 78 kg than you will be at 75 kg because you're carrying around an extra 3 kg. And then another factor to consider is that the longer you are in a calorie deficit or on a diet, your body will naturally try and save energy. It's kind of like a survival mechanism. So you might find yourself kind of moving around a lot less. You might find yourself fidgeting a lot less. You might find yourself, you know, kind of subconsciously taking or making the decision to take the elevator as opposed to taking the stairs and things like that. So yeah, that is why it might be necessary to drop your calories if you find your fat loss is stalling. And something else that I have done is I have increased my step goal from 70,000 steps per week to 84,000 steps per week. So that is an average of 12,000 steps per day. And I've just done that to keep my activity levels as high as possible. And I find, you know, it's quite a tough goal to hit. So you could kind of say that I've introduced cardio, like I'm going on them walks in the morning. I am still parking far away from the gym. I'm walking the dogs or Rachel. I'm going on the treadmill in the gym if I need to. So yeah, I am doing a little bit of cardio to get them steps in. And yeah, I actually want to show you what has been going on the scales as well. So let's start with week 4. So I was 76.8 kg on average. Last week wasn't a good week for the scales because I didn't weigh myself on Monday. I weighed myself on Tuesday and I put it in on Monday by accident, so I had to cross it out. And then I was away for a couple of days in Galway, and then I weighed myself on Sunday and I averaged 76.4 kg. And then this week I am back to normal, and this morning was my joint lowest weigh-in of the cut. And if you've learned anything from watching these videos, I hope it is to use that kind of average weigh-in system that I am using if you are using the scales to monitor your fat loss, because we can all have a really low weigh-in or really high weigh-in on a specific day, and there's so many factors to take into consideration when you are weighing yourself. So the average weigh-in will just give you a much truer reflection of the progress you are making. I literally keep forgetting to charge this thing. Every night I'm brushing my teeth, I'm like, alright, I need to charge this up. And then every morning I wake up and I like go to brush my teeth and I'm just like, fuck. Alright, POA, I've just taken my supplements for the day, which is probably my least favorite part of the day. I don't even know why. It's just such an effort. There's so many of them. It takes like so long to take them. But anyway, the plan is I am going to Tesco. I'm going to do a small shop. I actually don't need to do nearly as many big shops as I used to do when I was on a bulk, and it's actually so handy. I think it's because on my bulk I used to be having like 4 main meals a day, and now I am only having 3, and that seems to be saving me money, obviously, and it is also like really efficient as well. And I think that when I go back to bulking in a couple of months time, I'm actually going to try and keep that meal frequency and just increase the calories of my current meals, because I found that when I was bulking, I was just always in the kitchen, especially when I got home from the gym. So I'd get home from the gym at like 5 o'clock, I'd have a meal then, I'd have my next meal at 7 o'clock, and then I'd have my next meal at like 9 or 10 o'clock. So yeah, time to put these supplements back in their corner and go to the gym. I also have a big kind of 750ml bottle of water mixed with one of them Bolero sachets. I have a Monster for before the gym as well, so I'm good to go. Alright, I got my few bits. I actually went to Dunn's instead of Tesco. I feel like if you shop in Dunn's, you have your shit together. I don't know what it is, like everyone is just so nice in Dunn's. Everyone's like, hey and all, but when you go to like Tesco or Aldi, like people are just like smashing your trolley. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I got 20 large eggs. I got a big crate of Pepsi Max. I got some more omelette bits. I got popcorn, sweet and salty flavour. And I also got some Super Mix Haribo. But yeah, I've just finished drinking my Monster and it is time for a leg session. So let's go. Yo everyone, so I thought I would voice over this leg and ab workout because I want to talk about ab training and how I approach it. So first things first, the most important thing when it comes to getting more visible abs is dropping your body fat percentage by going into a calorie deficit. Like, you can whack out set after set of crunches multiple times per week, but if you have a layer of fat covering your abs, then you are never going to see them. So, you know, I personally know that if I did zero ab training throughout this whole cut, my abs would still look better in week 8 than they did in week 1, and that is purely down to losing fat and being in a calorie deficit. And when it comes to the training itself, I really don't dedicate much time at all to abs, mainly for the reason that I literally just said, and there are just so many other muscle groups I want to focus on and improve, and seeing as I know that a calorie deficit is taking care of my ab visibility for the most part, like I'm happy to just dedicate pretty much the least amount of time necessary to training my abs. So what I do, which you will see towards the end of this workout collage thing, is 4 sets of cable crunches, and I do these at the end of my leg session, and I do my leg session twice per week. So that is 8 sets of crunches in total. And then with regards to the reps, I usually train them somewhere within the 8 to 12 rep range, and that is literally basically it. And I think generally speaking, there is a big misconception around ab training and what's effective, and I often see people doing exercises or even circuits that consist of things like flutter kicks, scissor kicks, planks, windmills, and although, you know, them exercises do work the rectus abdominis, which is the 6-pack muscle, to some extent, they're not nearly as effective as crunches. And this is because the main function of the ab muscle is to flex or bend your spine, which is exactly what you do during a crunch. So yeah, seeing as I spend, you know, so little time doing abs, I'm literally just doing what is most effective, and that is crunches. So yeah, that is my approach to ab training, and I'm not saying, you know, it's the only approach, and if I really wanted to improve my abs, I'd probably add in another ab exercise to the end of my leg workout, or maybe an oblique exercise or something like that. But I would not go doing like these massive ab circuits where you're just doing a lot of ab exercises, or what am I saying, where you're just doing a lot of exercises that only kind of directly work your rectus abdominis and more work, you know, your overall core muscles, if that makes sense. So the things like the planks, the windmills, the scissor kicks, they're more like core exercises as opposed to rectus abdominis exercises. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this video so far, and please give it a big thumbs up if you are, and subscribe and all that good stuff. So yeah, chat to you in the next clip. Yo, I am back from the gym and I am feeling good, I have to say. I'm just having like a really good day. Do you know one of those days where like nothing amazing has happened, like I'm just doing everything as normal, but everything is just going really smoothly. Like I had a good sleep, I'm on top of my work, I had a good gym session, I don't know. But anyway, I am going to have my post-workout meal now, and I am literally buzzing. So I'm not sure if any of you remember this, I'm sure it featured on my channel at some stage last year, but the fajita mix is back in Aldi, and it's only back really recently, and I am just over the moon about it. It is so good. So in the whole pack there is 454 calories and 46 grams of protein, which is just really good macros, and I'm going to have a bag of cauliflower rice with it as well, just to bulk up the meal. Doesn't that just look so good? I'm about to ruin its aesthetics by pouring cauliflower rice all over it, but just take it in while you can. It is unreal. Highly recommend. Alright, it is 9:20. I've just spent the last couple of hours with the lads, and I want to round up this video talking about a topic because over the last few days I have gotten a good few DMs with people asking me what my opinion is like on steroids in the industry, because it is obviously a hot topic at the moment, especially in the YouTube world. And yeah, I think it would be good to weigh in. So personally, like, I have absolutely no issues with people who take steroids. Like, at the end of the day, who am I to judge, or who is anyone to judge anyone for making a decision that doesn't really affect them? Like, if somebody wants to take steroids, that's none of my business. Like, they can do what they want. And I do also think that, you know, it's not one shoe fits all in terms of taking steroids. And there are some people who most likely use and abuse it, don't really know what they're doing, and as a result expose themselves to so many health risks. But there are other people who really know what they are doing and they take steroids, but they minimize the risks involved, you know, with taking steroids. And I'm not saying it's a direct comparison, but you can kind of compare that to alcohol, for example. Like, there are some people who get absolutely like shit-faced all the time, you know, completely abuse the drug, which it is, and there are other people on like the kind of opposite side of the continuum who drink it as more of a social thing, or, you know, only drink every now and again. So yeah, like, I don't take steroids, and I don't think I will ever even be tempted to take steroids, but what I am basically saying that it isn't one shoe fits all, and I'm not here to judge. However, I do think that there is a problem with steroids in the industry, and I think it is mainly two problems. So the first problem circulates around people on social media with a big following who do take steroids and who claim that they do not take steroids. And I'm not pointing at anyone in particular. I don't even have anyone in my head when I'm saying this, but I can assure you that there are a lot of people like that out there, both male and female. So yeah, that is obviously just like such a shitty thing to do on so many levels. Like, these people are misleading their following, and most of these people are gaining from this, you know, misconception. So they're probably selling programs, they're probably selling online coaching, they're probably selling ebooks and stuff like that, and they know, you know, that these people, the people that are, you know, investing in their product, are people who want to look like that person. But that person knows that their physique isn't attainable naturally for 99% of people. So, you know, it's just shit. And then I think there is also a problem with people who are actually, first of all, big on social media, and second of all, open about their steroid use, which I think for the most part is like a good thing. It's probably a step in the right direction because it's not misleading. The person is telling the truth, which is good. But I do think that, you know, if that person doesn't really know what they are talking about, and if that person is going through, you know, their steroid cycle in their YouTube videos or on Instagram or in forums or stuff like that, and if they have a big following, they know, you know, that other people are probably going to copy what that person is doing. But who's to say that that person with the big following, you know, is being safe? So yeah, they could be taking, you know, really dangerous shit, or taking way too much, or not taking the right precautions, and a lot of people are just going to copy them, and as a result they are putting, you know, a lot of their followers at risk. And, you know, that person on social media might not even be saying to their followers or to the people watching their stuff, you know, that you need to take these things too. Like, they might not be saying that, but they have to realize that people who watch them probably look up to them. So if the person on social media is doing that, then there's a high chance that a lot of people that are watching that person are gonna do that too. So yeah, that is what I have to say about the topic. And I suppose just to summarize, what I'm basically saying is that I would never judge anyone for making the decision that they want to take steroids, but if you do take steroids, just do not be a dick about it. Like, do not mislead people, especially for your gain, and don't give out bad information. So yeah, that is that for today's video. I am gonna go make some porridge now and chill out for the evening. So, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.